Looks like we got a call all the way from Austin, Texas. Wow. Hello.
Hi.
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 You're on hashtag PVT with Rene Gonzalez.
Hi, June.
Hey, Trish. That's my cousin, Trisha.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, Trisha.
Hey, I think that my video is behind, but you were talking about Eloy, and I wanted you to tell the story of when we were in the Whataburger drive-thru. We were listening to a song on the radio on our way to South Padre Island, and we were listening to one of my favorite songs, and I really don't remember which song it was, but June was kind of thoughtfully looking out the window, and I asked him, "What are you listening to me?" Because I was talking to him. And he said, "Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what chords where my hands would be on the piano," because he's not trained. Everything that he knows, everything that he's ever done on the guitar or the piano, he has learned by ear. And I think that it's important that people know that. And I really love your show, you guys. You're doing a great job.
Oh, thanks you,
Trish.
man. Golly, it's awesome. Are you in Austin, Texas?
I used to live in Austin. That's why there's this area code. But I live in China Spring right now. It's a little bit outside of Waco.
Outside of what?
Waco.
Oh, okay. That's some pretty country over there.
You know, she's got some great taste in music. She turned me on to Morrissey and the Smiths when I was a teenager.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and I love them. Yeah. She's got good taste in music.
So have you been from the Austin area all your life, or you live down here in the Valley also?
I grew up in the Valley. I grew up in McAllen, and I moved when I was 21 to Corpus, and I moved back to McAllen, and then I moved to Austin, and I lived there for about 8 years, and then moved to Amarillo, lived there for 13 years, and then wanted to come back down to Central Texas, but didn't want to live in Austin again, so we came here.
Wow.
Yeah. She's been all over Texas.
Yeah, she sure has. Yeah. You're running from the law or what?
I hope not.
Not that she's
They
aware
haven't
of.
caught me yet.
Wanted girl in San Antonio. Wanted girl in Abilene. Wanted girl in Houston, Texas. And everywhere that's in between. All right, Trish, thanks for calling. We appreciate you, and God bless you. Stay safe, okay?
You too.
Love
Thanks
you.
a lot, you guys. Good show.
Right, that's
Thank
awesome,
you.
man. All right. Is that cool
I
or
love
what,
that.
dude?
I love that.
Her mom was Carol. We call her Jeannie. Carol Virginia Montes.
yeah.
She was the firstborn of country rolling, and my grandma.
That's awesome,
my
man.
grandma's firstborn.
Well, man, we usually finish the show with a 5 questions. So it's time for 5 questions with hashtag PVT's Tuesday Night Live and Rene Gonzalez Jr. They're nothing crazy. It's
All
just,
right.
So, number 1, best country rolling song, dude.
That one's gonna be hard.
Best country roll. My favorite country rolling song is Cuando Salgo a los Campos.
Oh, dude, I love that song. We got to play that one right now. Ladies and gentlemen, you should put all this music on your playlist.
Can I send a shout out real quick?
Yeah.
Because this person keeps on commenting. I keep on forgetting. So Lupe and Tata Martinez, she says, rock, soy el Tata de Edinburgh. My mom was a fan back in the day. Yesterday was her birthday. So happy birthday, Maria Luisa Maldonado. So again, that's her jefita. So please put me, nena, please, de su hijos Tata. So happy birthday, Maria Luisa Maldonado.
All right.
Happy birthday.
Awesome.
Happy
Happy birthday. So let's hear a little bit of this song, man, because it's one of my favorites, too.
Cuando salgo a los campos me acuerdo de un amor que yo amé tanto tiempo.
Man, dude, it's a great song.
Hoy me acuerdo y me da sentimiento, sentimiento que me hace llorar. Es rica y se llena de orgullo. Yo soy pobre y tirado a los vicios. Te lo digo, borracho, o en mi
Throw some pictures on Fish of country rolling back
de
in the
otro
day.
amor como el mío no
Little
encontré.
montage. Go with the song, man. Dude, this is amazing, dude. His voice, man. I closed my eyes at the beginning of this song. It took me away.
Wishing I could see you again.
No más.
That the fire of love would burn once more.
Wow.
That's one of my favorite ones.
Yeah, bro. Ain't nobody going to work tomorrow. That's watching the show.
I might not even make it home.
Yeah, there's a curfew in Mission,
I
Dad.
know, man.
Someone says that's some beer drinking music here for sure. Gumecindo Prado.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Yeah.
It definitely is.
All right. Second question. Favorite recording artist, man?
Fleetwood Mac.
Fleetwood Mac. Yeah, I like that. Good for everybody. Number 3, best memory you have about your grandpa, country rolling.
I have a lot of memories of my granddad, but some of my favorite ones of him were on stage. On stage, but I take that back a little bit. It was the private times I had with my granddad. He always knew when I needed him, and he'd show up no matter what. When I was on my own or with my mom, or no matter where I was, I could always count on him. He was always loving and never judging,
Mm-hmm.
It's beautiful.
You're going to make us cry, dude.
Yeah, I know.
I thought I was going to make it through the show without getting emotional, dude.
and then the song that's in the background, dude.
Me cansé de rogarle. Ay, cómo me duele.
Damn, I need a drink.
Cansé de rogarle.
Okay, what's your favorite movie?
Urban Cowboy.
Urban Cowboy, yeah. that movie's gone a lot, been mentioned a lot on this
I
show,
know,
right? On this
yeah.
YouTube channel.
I think
Last week.
it's getting its second go around with all the new generation.
Yeah.
So.
Your favorite type of music?
Oh man, I like everything. I listen to oldies. I listen to 70s. I like Marshall Tucker. I can't say that I actually have one. I always go back to country music.
Yeah.
Do
Do you like the new country that's out right now? I mean, I haven't really heard it, but it's really evolved into a really popish type of thing, right? Or something like that. There's this like ongoing dispute between the new country guys and the classic purist country artists.
I want to say to each their own. Like, there's a market for that, and they need to put it somewhere else and take it away from country music. I don't particularly care for a lot of it, and I was really upset the other night. I went down to the corner store to get some mixer for my vodka, and I actually, the one time that I didn't have time to set the phone up for Bluetooth or whatever, so I turned it on and it was on KTEX, and they were playing. I don't even know who the artist is, but it sounded like rap. But they took a song like from the 60s, a country song called "There Stands the Glass," and they
Sampled it.
They sampled it and manipulated it and like wicked. I was like, what the hell? This is wrong. This is wrong.
That's what is it? What's that word? Man,
It's a travesty.
yeah, something like that.
I was really upset about that, dude. I was like, no. Because that song, "There Stands the Glass," is one of my favorite honky tonk.
It's blasphemous.
That's
what-
right.
Blasphemy.
What?
Blasphemy.
Yeah, it's blasphemous.
Yeah, blasphemous.
Yeah,
Blasphemous.
yeah, doing something as sacred as a
They're
song
lucky
like
that the honky tonk gods didn't open the heavens and
swallow
strike 'em
them.
dead. Seriously. I mean, I hate to say it, I am to each their own, but I really do feel like country music has gone totally off the rails. Like,
It has.
put it somewhere else, but don't when you're rapping in. It's like,
And I think that all started with Florida Georgia Line. Remember when they came out with that one song with like some Nelly? It was
yeah,
Nelly.
it's like,
and it just like totally changed the country sound. Like,
But I think
doing it.
I think that is necessary in order for it to
Evolve.
sustain and create new fan base.
Right.
Because that's something that might have happened at Tejano, where it didn't.
You're right.
They didn't do anything new with it, anything fresh. It was your same thing over and over again.
Well, I
And-
think that's what happened to Chicano country back in 84, 85. Like, the industry totally took a different turn, and it kind of just went down for a while, you know. And then my granddad, he still had his gigs and whatnot and performed, but it was when he came back in the 90s and he did the 20 Éxitos with all of his hits and totally socked it to them and brought it back around a little bit. You know?
Yeah, I would consider your grandpa part of an outlaw movement. You know, it was like he was doing things that weren't ethical in country and rancheras.
And not even down here. Like, I know that he recorded the first time he recorded Hace un Año, there was 2 versions of it. And the first version, he was out in Corpus Christi recording for another artist, and the producer came in and asked him, so who are you? What do y'all do? Do you just back up bands? And he says, no, my name's Country Rollin', and this is my family, and we make a living doing music. He goes, well, show me what you got. So my grandfather looks at the band and says, ¿Qué Hace un Año? And he starts singing, Hace un Año, and the producer says, stop what you're doing right now. My grandfather said it. He was like, what? What's going on? He kind of got a little nervous. The producer looked at the engineer. He says, you tell this artist to go wait in the lobby because we're going to record Country Rollin' for the rest of the day. So they recorded that album and they brought it back. And I know that for a while it was like, nah, the people don't want this. And when they released that album, the labels down here in South Texas were like, what is going on? So they scooped him up and he did it.
Yeah, sure did, man.
Yeah.
What are the new country artists that you dig? I mean, I personally I like the Jason Aldean stuff, you know, and
I like
Shooter
Jason Aldean,
Jennings, and then Cole Wetzel. I mean, some of that Texas country stuff.
I like well, I don't know. I just like a lot of people, but
What country artist stands out in your mind right now?
because they're really saturated, it's Midland.
Midland?
Yeah, but it's played so much that I get bored, and I'm like, I'm done with them for a little while. And like, I'm the type of person who finds a song, or I'm always finding songs on Spotify. Like, I had never heard this before.
But you know what? I agree with you. I like Midland too, and because I think they try to bring back that nostalgic, like old school country, like even with the way they dress and everything. Like they try to come out with like actual country,
Right,
that was
and
not pop.
they're filling a void that's there, and they came in right at the right time, because what's happening with country music, getting back to that, is that it's what the bigwigs are pushing right now. If they wanted Tex-Mex honky tonk music, we'd be number 1 in the world right now.
Yeah.
You know, or in the United States. It's what they're putting out there. If they went a little bit more, because I've heard people like Blake Shelton and other artists that do more edgy country record traditional songs, and I'm like, Jesus, it sounds beautiful. Like, if they would kind of do a little bit more of that, but they're, you know,
everything's just pop now. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not against pop. I like pop, but I like to listen to pop on a pop station, not on K-Tex.
Yeah, and
you
then,
know,
like, everything's like pop
can you imagine
country.
doing a country rolling song pop?
Put a drum machine and
Auto-tune.
and what is it? Auto-tune.
Auto-tune.
Yeah.
Hey, auto-tune is standard with everybody nowadays. It's going on there, whether you're George Strait or Rene Gonzalez, number 2.
Yeah.